Welcome back to Origin of Oz. There are certainly more homes now and the roads are paved, but at its core, Macatawa is the same today as it was when L. Frank Baum visited there for the first time. What lured him there in the late 1800s? Why did he decide to make it his summer destination? And who believes with conviction that Macatawa inspired Oz? It was the Gilded Age. Economic prosperity was sweeping the land.
A lot of growth and a lot of activity.
Macatawa was quickly benefiting because the people were pouring in.
To enjoy the waters of Lake Michigan.
It was a walking community.
Because that was pre-automobiles.
But many used horse and buggy or boats.
People would take the steamer from Chicago or from Milwaukee.
The year was 1899.
He was a printer, actor, you name it. He had his hand at it.
L. Frank Baum was living in Chicago with his wife Maud and their 4 sons.
He went through a lot of adversities.
Financial difficulties had taken their toll.
His store had failed, his newspaper had failed.
Baum needed to catch a break. His writing skill was where he found it.
His imagination was terrific.
It was that fall when his children's literary effort, Father Goose, His Book, was published. It was a major success that brought the Baums instant wealth, which gave them the means to travel to Michigan.
I think there was a literary group that went over to Macatawa for a day or two, and he went with them.
Once he saw it and spent time there,
he would regularly ply the waters of Lake Michigan to come here by steamer.
He couldn't resist Macatawa.
He was dedicated to coming each week.
The Baums eventually bought a home here.
A piece of property on the shoreline of Lake Michigan on the north side of a now abandoned path.
He named the cottage the Sign of the Goose because it was purchased with the money he earned from selling his Father Goose book.
He was part of something. People liked him, but he wasn't a super standout. He was just one of the people.
It was during this time that Baum happened to be working on another children's book.
He had this fairy tale he really wanted to tell.
It was far from finished.
What a powerful, powerful book this was.
But it was coming together.
It brought out the best in each individual, that you have within you the power to conquer whatever it is you have to do.
So was it this place, Macatawa,
it was the high point that got him going,
that helped L. Frank Baum pen the tale that continues to transcend generations today?
The story was building up in his mind all the way up until then. I have a feeling that something there was the catalyst to make that final push to get it, to put it together, to take all of the various bits and pieces and little stories and weave them together so that they made one complete story, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
You wholeheartedly believe that Macatawa, Michigan inspired Oz?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So what was it specifically that inspired L. Frank Baum while he was wrapping up The Wonderful Wizard of Oz in Macatawa?
He was that kind of a writer. Whatever was around him, if he saw that, bingo.
The people, places, and things in Macatawa Baum likely used to help create the Oz fantasy. And Dorothy was a fictional character in Oz, but hundreds of real Dorothys have come forward over the decades claiming they were the inspiration, one of them from Macatawa.